My pants are not funny. They're not even laughing.
Did you turn it on?
Yes, I turned
My daughter thinks she's hysterical. I just made her restart it because apparently I keep starting every episode with the same verb, so I have to start it with a different verb.
It's because you do.
This episode, I'm going to have her call blind after school special drivers pay attention in some capacity, something like that. I might even post it to Facebook because seriously, in Skinny Alice, people, you need to pay attention. I will say that I personally was not used to being looked at. Between being sometimes a runner who would get a cramp and would have to stop running, to having to leave a few of my daughter's cross-country meets because of sensory overload, if you will, with my SPS. Having my husband has to drive backwards on a one-way street he wasn't supposed to be on, and luckily caught a friend walking in when my son was trying to walk me out, who helped us with the doors. At an indoor track meet, I certainly have had my times of being looked at. Now, my family, unfortunately, is having to go through that. We walk through town or through the neighborhood. The neighborhood, it's actually not bad. But town, my kids are having to own the fact that their mom can't see. And they're doing a beautiful job of it. They take my arm and they guide me around, and now I have a stick, which helps. But I also think that it increases the amount of staring that people do, because they are more conscious of the fact that I probably can't see, as opposed to I'm just being led around maybe because I have my eyes lasered or something like that. My after school special point is, yes, there is somebody in town that's blind. Yep, it's me. You're gonna see me with glasses. You're gonna see me with my cane. Sometimes I'm gonna be by myself. Eventually I might be with a dog. Sometimes I'm gonna be with my kids. Sometimes I'm gonna be with my husband. I'll be at events. I will be walking into town. Today, for instance, my husband and I walked into the liquor store and into the bakery to put a little basket together for friends that are going through something. And the liquor store gentleman was a gentleman and held the door open for us, and then actually brought the liquor to the car and put it in the truck for my husband so that he could hang on to me. And I didn't have to stand there hanging on to something remote while he put the bottles of wine away. But kids and my husband say people are always looking at them funny when we're walking. The other thing is, when my husband and I walked through up to Route 20, the amount of people that actually looked at us, whether it be out of curiosity or just the fact that there was somebody on the side of the road, I think we forget that when we look in a direction, so do our hands. So my husband said,
look in the direction, Mom.
well, you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm making the movement. They can see it on the screen, bug. Matt said he almost pushed me into the ditch a few times because people came so close to getting us because they were looking at us and therefore driving towards us. A couple times it was because people were texting. A couple times it's because people just weren't flat paying attention. But mostly it was because people, out of curiosity, were looking at the two of us and veering in our direction. We have decided walking in that direction is not a good idea, so we won't be doing that again. Now we are practicing going to the vet's office. So my kids are saying the same thing. They can't believe the number of cars. Now it's a much wider shoulder, so we haven't even come close to getting nipped, if you will. But cars are looking at us, and why is this woman walking with a pair of sunglasses and a cane and veering in our direction? So after school special, yes, there is somebody who's blind and lives in Skinny Alice. Do you need to stare? If you want to. Does that mean you need to move your car in my direction? No. I would not like to get hit by a car. Nor would I like my dog to get hit by a car, should I ever get one. That would be the last thing that I would want for my family after everything else. I'm actually holding this glass of wine because it has been a crazy couple weeks, and my after school special to myself is that I've had to, I thought I was over it, but I just had a little breakdown because I realized that I can't see. And while eventually I might be able to, there's been a lot of advancements in medicine, I can't see. I can't see my kids. I gave them each a hug the other day and said, I miss seeing your faces. I have no idea what I look like when I eat, and that is semi-embarrassing when you're trying to eat something that seems like it would be very simple to eat, and you know you're making a giant mess of it. And sometimes we can make fun of it, but other times it just makes me need a glass of wine. Because it's reality that is still sinking in. So I can understand where people might want to stare, because it's not something that's been here for a long time, but it is here. It is here now, and we need to get used to it. And I had a young lady whom I knew pull her car over and cross the road to come over and give me a hug. And my daughter was like, what the hell is that woman doing? And when she said it just like her dad says it when we're driving and somebody's doing something obnoxious. So I didn't think anything twice of it. And my poor friend got right in front of me and said my name, scared the bejesus out of me. So I teased my daughter, you know, you could have actually said, somebody's coming across the street, Mommy. It looks like she wants to say hi to you. If you see me in town and you know me, it's okay to say hi. You might startle me, but it's okay if you want to say hi. Maybe you know my kids or my husband, or maybe you know me. That's okay too. We were on the Camillus Erie Trail and ran into somebody that we knew and she said hi. That's fine. If you want to stare, that's okay too. But just don't hit me with your cars. Please pay attention to what you're doing when you're driving. That's what I have to say today. There are a lot of people out there. There's bikers. There's runners. Some of them aren't always smart about it because they have little earbuds in and they can't hear you if you swerve and hit them. They won't even see it coming. The bikers won't. If the runners are running with ear pods, then theoretically they would only not hear somebody if they really veered off. Cross country is starting up, which means the teams are going to be out there running. So just pay attention to what you're doing when you're driving. There are other people on the road besides you, and you need to be a responsible driver for everybody involved, including me and what I hope is a potential dog. And here, cheers to getting frustrated, but hopefully getting a crosswalk that will help me and the dog cross Route 20 more safely. Okay, I'm done.
It was like 20 minutes.
It was not.